Hey kids, this is Kalir. Let's play
This
more.
is me.
Oh yeah,
I'm interrupting.
he's interrupting Beat, and today Satonakaja is busy with classes or whatever, so we're gonna have Beat along as we tackle Cirno's stage.
Cirno. That's my Toad image knowledge is very, very limited, but that's the guy Mr. Bungle likes so much, right?
Yeah, Cirno is basically the Toho version of Dan Hibiki. Is the best way to put it.
So he's a joke. She's a joke, or
She says she's the strongest. She's, yeah.
she's not. That's a shame.
Anyway,
Okay, so I'm watching this. You got this like little girl running around in like Magic Land with like this knife trick. This is pretty cool so far. I don't have any complaints about this.
yeah, we got the knife weapon from the last stage we went to, the Quicksilver move. It is pretty ridiculously powerful, as you may have already noticed.
Kind of the official game breaker then. Sort of like the Metal Blade.
There's
Like
no
right
real...
now.
There's nothing really as breaking as the Metal Blade, but it's close-ish. It's pretty good.
Cool.
Anyway. Yeah.
Did you die?
I died. I fell down a pit.
Looks like you did.
That's the feature of Cirno's stage, is that you will be knocked into pits a lot.
Okay. This is clearly beautiful, excellent game design. Pits all over the place.
Actually, this is one of the stages most people would recommend, aside from the stage we tackled last video, for going for the first stage.
Cool.
It really says more. Sorry, go ahead.
Why was this made? Why am I mean, my Toad knowledge is limited, of course, but I'm under the impression the series has some fans of pretty intense caliber, like of absolutely ridiculous levels, and I guess this is one of their many creations.
Yeah, there's a ton of Toho fan stuff. I think Kayan once said that if it exists, there is Toho fan work of it.
Damn.
Anyway, this is, as you can see, a Mega Man based game. I don't know how much you know about Mega Man.
Oh, I've played 1 and 9 and 2, and that's all I really need, I think.
Yeah, that covers the basics, I think.
So what do the mushrooms do? Keeps picking them up.
Those are health power-ups.
Okay.
Our health is in the up.
Is it like a specific Toho reference, or are mushrooms just that rad?
If there is a specific Toho reference, I don't know it. I'm almost as much in the dark about Toho as you are. If Satonakaja was here, he'd probably be able to explain it, but he's not. And yeah, the two characters have different health bars, so if Alice, who we're playing as right now, takes damage and we switch over to Marissa, she won't be damaged.
Kinda neat.
Kinda, but at the same time, they seem to take a lot more damage than Mega Man does, so... I don't know. It's a thing.
I've never known anything, man.
Anyway, this part is where enemies start coming at you in really unpredictable patterns, I guess, like those sine wave fairies or whatever.
Yeah. It's like Medusa heads, only adorable. Everything about this game is adorable. It's like, I don't know. It's like somebody just like decided they were going to make the most adorable thing ever, based on a series of adorable things.
Funny thing is,
it kind of offends me. I mean, there's nothing non-adorable about this. I can't take all this adorableness.
well,
I might die right now because of the adorable.
please don't die, then I would have to be a witness at your trial, and that would be inconvenient.
No, you wouldn't be a witness. You'd be a suspect, actually.
That is not entirely reassuring.
It's better. It's better. You get to be like, oh no, man, he was totally alive before I killed him.
Anyway, funny thing is that the actual artwork from the official Toho games it's not really that good, actually. A lot of people have made complaints about the artwork in the official games, and yet it has ridiculous amounts of fan art that is, well, like this, I guess.
Yeah, this is the entire fan game things. I've actually talked about this a couple times, like in Garrison streams and the like. Fan games, I don't know if it's different in Japan, where like apparently everybody is where apparently stuff like this is pretty commonplace, dojin games and whatnot. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing that right.
I don't know.
American fan games, at least, have this bad history of being made by 14-year-old kids or 27-year-old people who act like 14-year-old kids, and just totally sucking so bad. And this actually looks playable. I'm really impressed by this.
It is playable, and this is actually one of the nicer stages, but like I said earlier, there are just some really not good stages. Like, there's this, I think, Yomu stage, that's probably how you pronounce it, but it's like X6 levels of bad.
Oh, it's the jumping thing from Mega Man.
Yeah, it is.
Huge.
And the ice that we're sliding on, and the ice chunks that Cirno is throwing at us from off screen, none of those are making this any easier.
Wow. So does the laser do nothing at all, or?
The laser is very weak. It goes through shields and it goes across the screen instantly, but it doesn't do nearly as much damage as Marissa's normal Mega Man shots.
How many hit points does that? Oh, look, lighting effects. Those are neat.
Yeah, we exploded it, and it has quite a few hit points. Anyway, we don't have very much health, but Cirno is not a very tough boss, so we can probably beat her this run. There she is!
Yay!
Yeah. This is definitely where it gets different from normal Mega Man bosses through sheer projectile spam.
So, what were the Toho games? Whatever.
Well,
what were the games originally? Were they I have no idea what they were. Were they shooters or RPGs?
Most of them were top-down shooters, kind of like Galaga, except with a lot more spam. As far as enemy projectiles go, the game focuses on trying to avoid the enemy projectiles.
So like a Gurga then? Or
yeah, that's actually a better comparison, I think.
Cool.
And that's what I'm trying to do here, with limited success.
So I guess this girl really likes ice?
Yep, she is an ice fairy of some kind.
Okay.
And here's her desperation move. She's just coated the entire ceiling in icicles. It was marginally ineffective.
Nice.
Now Alice has the weapon that you get from Cirno. I mentioned this earlier, the two characters get different weapons depending on who beats the boss.
Oh, well that's actually a pretty neat idea.
We get White Rose Cluster, which is kind of like the Pharaoh shot, actually. It's, you hold an ice chunk in front of yourself, the longer you hold it, the larger it gets, and the more damage it does. It's honestly one of the worst weapons in the game, but it's still okay if you can use it right. I can't.
So let me get this straight. The way it works is, depending on who you kill the boss with, that's the one that gets the weapon.
Yes.
And
actually,
so
it's whoever collects.
So you could kill all the bosses with one character and get all the weapons for just that one.
You could, if you were so inclined. I'm not.
Right.
Anyway, next we're going up against Remilia Scarlet, the vampire from the first of the Windows games. Because originally Toho was on the PC 98, I think it was, and we got kicked in the face again.
It's like Castlevania.
Yeah.
I love the face-kicking maids in that game. They're just so completely out of place.
Anyway, White Rose Cluster. This is what it looks like.
It's your rolling snowball.
Yeah.
Only it's a rose, because adorableness.
Yes.
And that's like a Metool, only also adorable.
Yep.
I was almost certain that was going to kill you. This is so Castlevania. This is just very...
Yeah, the music is very Castlevania, as is the setting, I guess.
Okay, those little fairy things aren't very Castlevania, though. They must have missed the memo.
Well, there's only so much you can do in the Toho setting as far as Castlevania goes.
Pretty sure I've seen one or two Mr. Bunkles, fan art dumps of this. They had an Iron Maiden album cover of it. It was kind of mind-blowing. I was impressed.
Anyway.
You're playing as the other girl now.
Yep, I'm playing as Marissa now. Because
she has a giant hat. It's kind of rad.
Yeah.
I like hats.
A lot of people in Toho have very extravagant hats, and Marissa is no exception. Anyway.
Now, the art on the side of the window here is kind of awful.
Yeah.
With, the gigantic eyes and the little fur nose and everything. But is that official Toho art? Is that
No, that's not official.
Alright.
That's just put there, and you can't remove it from the screen while you're playing the game, and I'm not really sure why.
Obviously they wanted to they were counting on you having a wider screen, but they still wanted to keep the Mega Man aspect ratio. Or they just drew some fan art and was like, hey, let's make him look at it forever.
I
I
guess.
like the second option better. I think that's more accurate of the two.
I guess so. Anyway, key feature of Remilia's stage is, as you may have noticed, stairs. There are a lot of stairs you have to go up, and a lot of demon maids that run down and run you over. Yeah.
This is my stairs. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like stairs. I use stairs every day almost. But it seems like an unusual gameplay design choice.
Yeah. This stage actually is not the worst stage when it comes to pure stair density. Yomu's stage, like I mentioned earlier, is worse. It is so much worse. Fortunately, this isn't stairs. This is just, jumping over pits while a billion bullets are in the air.
Bullet hell.
Yes.
I used to love bullet hell shooters. Wonder why I fell out of that.
I don't know. Anyway,
they're cool sometimes.
This room is
like
tricky.
50 maids, and one of them's a ninja, or not a maid. That one's like a
guard.
Like
She's
criminal or something. I don't know.
She's a guard. Her name is Mei Ling, and she kicks you in the face. And that room's tough because everything is on a lower level than you, so you can't shoot them with normal weapons.
And that's a gigantic rolling yin yang.
Yes.
They got sticking a pick.
You can ride on those, actually.
Oh, cool.
Or you can get hit by them and they'll do a bunch of damage. One of these is less preferable to the others. Anyway, the butterfly stream we got is the very first weapon. Very useful on this stage because of the upward arc. You can stand at the bottom of the stairs and just fire it upwards and everything at the top gets destroyed.
Good deal.
Of course, now we're low on ammo on it, and the yin-yang orbs block them, so we're gonna get hit a lot.
No, I see that. Tons and tons and tons of bullets. It's like the favorite thing. I don't know, like, from a game design perspective, I gotta say, the entire bullet hell concept is not the best idea, you know? It's like, do you ever play Alien Hominid they actually released on Xbox not long
I think
ago?
I have played Alien Hominid, yeah.
Yeah, some of the later stages now, I really like that one, played with my brother a lot. Some of the later stages were just absolutely ridiculous to the point where no matter how good you were going to die. Death was completely unavoidable. Now, granted, I sucked at it, so I just took it for granted. But the hardcore fans, people who are really good at video games, got really pissed at this because they were used to being able to just totally do no damage runs. In this game, it was impossible. And I'm not sure if this is the sort of game where you can do no damage run like the people who like that.
Well, I don't know about Mega Mario specifically, but the mainline Toho games, I'm pretty sure you can do no damage runs. It's very difficult, and you have to be very careful with your bombs, which clear the screen of bullets.
Okay, this lady has a musical note gun.
Yes.
That's awesome.
And it also is a shield. But anyway,
okay.
We got in here. We're not dead. Let's go fight Remilia.
Okay, cool.
Remilia is a vampire or devil. They kind of use the terms interchangeably. Here's one of her moves.
That was fast.
I had low health. Anyway, while Cirno was pretty much a pushover, Remilia is much less so. But she's actually one of my favorite fights in the game because of how hectic it gets. As you can see, she spends a lot of time moving around the area really quickly. Also, shooting everything.
God. Okay, that was pretty cool. And now she's bats.
Yeah. The bats actually... That's an interesting move because the bats will always go in a straight line towards your position from where they are, so if you can remember where they went when she dispersed into bats, then you can avoid them.
Hey.
That move is... Basically, you just have to be as far away from her as you can so you have enough time to react.
Cool. That's a lot of projectiles.
Yep.
And you just gotta attack with bats. Getting attacked by bats is one of the classic things in video games, I think. Everybody hates bats.
Bats are an ever-present nuisance. And we don't even...
In fact, you're fighting a bat right now, she's got little bat wings on her head, which seems impractical because that's not a good place for wings.
No, it really isn't. We don't even get bats as a weapon if we beat her. I mean, her weapons are really good, like game-breakingly good, but we don't get bats. I want a bat gun. Dude, we should make a game about bat guns. This is I'm not even kidding. I approve of this idea.
I'm going to submit I'm gonna write letters to all the major game companies right now saying, guys, why haven't you made a game about bats and guns? Also, the game should have dinosaurs.
Bat guns and dinosaurs.
Yes. In fact, that's what we're gonna call it. Dinosaurs with bat guns. You'll get director credit. Don't worry about it. It's cool.
Hooray!
Okay, does the trail should be behind hurt you, or is that just there to
the trail is just there for
make
show.
the screen even more loud and noisy and stuff?
Pretty much. It's just there to serve as eye candy that doesn't kill you but may indirectly kill you. This is her desperation move, by the way.
Wow, I can see that being somewhat frustrating.
Yes. Anyway, that is the end of that run. I'll tackle her stage again next video. Anyway, I'm Kalir, and this is Beats, and this has been Let's Play Mega Mario.
See you later.
Next time, more Remilia, and more of red lasers everywhere.
God damn. Later, man.